friend. And this is another episode of Patio Perspectives. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the cameo appearance from one of the pup dogs, but oh, yeah, got the little fancy mic on. Hopefully you can hear me. Oh, it is Sunday morning. It's 6:30 my time, 7:30 on the East Coast. Everybody else do the math. So yeah, as the title says, yes, another Bethune-Cookman versus Miami YouTube review. Oh, I just wanted to jump on and just give you my 2 cents. Um, if you hear some noise in the background, it's another one of the puppy dogs eating the food out the bowl. So you know how it is on Patio Perspective. It's live. You never know what's going to happen with the wildlife. Um, but yeah, I had uh, our good friend Israel over from from the bottom of the map. He had his review last night, and so did everybody else. And I kind of told him, look, I'll have to give my thoughts on the patio. So here I am. I worked last night. I kind of brushed my hair a little bit, looked decent. But work last night. I got to work tonight. But I want to get on here real quick. I know we didn't do anything, but it is what it is. Overall, I thought the game. All right, how's that? Is that better? Is that a little better on audio? Can you hear me now? I just turned the damn mic off. All right, so what I was saying earlier, $1.25 tree production here. First, good morning, Cuban. Good to see you. I thought I'd try to be fancy this morning, but what I was saying was, as the title says, this is another Bethune-Cookman versus Miami YouTube review. I had worked last night. I got to work tonight. I'm about to watch. Hopefully I can stay up a little bit and watch Max Verstappen crash into the wall at Monza. But I think them shiny tires are giving him an unfair advantage. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, talking about the game last night, I was able to eventually see the whole thing, and overall, it went like it should. You know, the offense, the first team offense, the first team offense, first team defense looked really well. The only thing I would say is hopefully this week that the secondary for Miami can practice a little more coverage discipline. But again, it is what it is. And the second team didn't look really that bad. Didn't look that bad considering. I was kind of. I mean, Emery spent 2 years now with Dawson, and it just looked like his timing was off a little bit, especially on some of them deep passes. Because I forget who he had. He threw it down the middle, and I forget who it was, wide open. Overthrew him by like 5 yards. I know it happens. But overall, it was, nothing to get excited about, nothing to be upset about. Everything went well. Nobody got hurt. Upshaw, yes, thank you, Cuban. So, with that being said, got the big game coming up next Saturday. I believe it's 4:30 Eastern. which would be 3:30 my time. And as far as I know right now, it's going to be on the CW. Go figure. And as far as just a little preliminary discussion about the game this coming Saturday. I mean, UCF did beat Florida. I think they kicked, what, 6 field goals, but still they beat Florida at Florida. Now, does that mean USF is that good and Florida is that bad? I don't know. You're going to have to find one of these experts to discuss that with. I don't know. All I know is South Florida went to Florida, beat them at the Swamp. That does hold a little weight. Now, if you know your history, and I'm not getting PTSD, I'm just bringing up the history. You know, last year, Miami played at USF over there in Tampa, and the first half was pretty interesting. USF played a little up-tempo. I think they played a little up-tempo last night against Florida. I'm not sure. So, I think, as of right now, Sunday morning, that if Miami comes out and plays the way they've been playing, and you know, no turnovers, no big mistakes, no sloppy defense, no, you know, whatever adjustments you make at halftime, whatever works in the first half, keep it going. If not, fix it. So I really think that Miami has a good chance of defeating South Florida. And I also want to kind of revisit what I talked about last week vis-a-vis my thoughts, theories, predictions, expectations, whatever you want to call it, in regards to the 2025 season for Miami Hurricane football. And if you remember, because history is being recorded, a wise man told me that, you know, when I gave you my thoughts and theories, it was based on what I knew at that time last week, based on concrete evidence, tangible evidence that I had. And I had talked about, you know, I could see Miami being undefeated going into Virginia Tech. Maybe Miami loses to SMU, but I had a feeling that Virginia Tech would give them a good game, and then they may blow it, and then they end up blowing it at Pittsburgh. But as of right now, and I know it's just week 2, okay, we've gotten 2 weeks into the books, and honestly, I really believe this could be a successful season for Miami if they just keep doing what they're doing. And one thing I did like about last night's game was utilizing the tight ends. Lofton should have had a touchdown, but he slipped. The little freshman, Luca, I think his name is Luca, he looked really well. But, and the other one looked good too. Forgive me for not knowing. It's been a long night. So I believe, you know, with the weapons Miami has on offense and with the way the defense is, and if the secondary would just practice a little bit more on coverage discipline, I think they'll be okay. Now, USF does have that quarterback, very good at the RPO, as they call it. And you know how Miami's history is with mobile quarterbacks that can run. So, it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it later on this week, kind of give our little thoughts and theories and what we think. More than likely, we will, initiate a pregame show and give our thoughts. And, of course, we'll have our postgame show. Hopefully, I'm not a Debbie Downer like I was against Notre Dame. But, yeah, so far, based on what I've seen, between the Notre Dame game and last night, just from the way the players performed and executed, I really believe if Miami can just not make mistakes, they can have a very successful season. Clemson had trouble with Troy. SMU lost. I believe Virginia Tech lost. So Syracuse, they're out there running wind sprints during the pregame. But yeah, and hopefully, hopefully, hopefully the since Florida's playing LSU next week, hopefully we can get the CEO to work her magic and maybe LSU can really beat them up for us before we play them. So, and of course, I'm sure everybody up there in Talawaki is all giddy as schoolgirls because of the way Florida State's playing. But I do believe everything should be okay. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be real excited and happy and overjoyed that, Miami beat Bethune 49-3. And then last week they beat Notre Dame by 3. And a lot of talk is going to happen, a lot of enthusiasm, and that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, okay, we played 2 games. We have another game next week. Let's just take it game by game. And I can foresee that with USF, Florida, and Florida State, it's just going to get probably going to be a little bit progressively more difficult, more better competition. As of right now, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I don't really see Florida being a problem, but you never know. You never know. So, yeah. And one of the main, I was saying this earlier when I had no audio apparently, that, Ike, one half of From the Bottom of the Map, had his video out last night, and I had told him that I'd give my thoughts on the patio, so here I am. But I really agree with everything that Ike said in his video. The only thing is I'm not understanding Emery's progression. I don't understand Emery's development. I know he came in as a 3-star. So I don't know. But I will say this. That Keontae, number 0, at quarterback, looking really good. Keontae Scott, I believe it is. Forgive me, a second game of the season. I don't memorize rosters or anything, but I think Keontae, if he can continue to get better and get developed by the coaching staff, Keontae can be really good. He had one little mishap last night, but that's okay. It happens. No big deal. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that Miami won. I'm even more happy that the flow, the ebb and flow of the game, and the execution of Miami was really good. I believe they scored on every drive. I'm not sure. And also, congratulations to Carson Beck with the 15 completions in a row. He broke the record from Vinny back from '86 against Oklahoma, I believe. Now, I'm sure there'll be debates about, Beck's a transfer. Vinny did it against Oklahoma, etc., etc. Who cares? They did it. They were successful. Now we have to continue and build on what's happened the last 2 weeks and progress and not regress. So hopefully things will be good. It was good to see some of the younger folks get out there, and they looked really well. I know it's Bethune, but another thing that really concerns me, and I'm not nitpicking, but I found that Markel, Mr. Bell, was getting pushed around a little bit by Bethune's defensive tackle. So I don't know, not every play, but I did notice it. So, but anyway, that's really all I have. Y'all have yourself a lovely Sunday morning, Sunday day. Y'all stay safe and stay alert, stay tuned. I'll let you know what we're going to be doing later on in the week. So, peace, love, and soul. Let's go, Canes. Thank y'all so much. Bye. Where's the damn button? There it is.